Mr. Venom.
Presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
And a look at people coming and going along the famous and beautiful San Antonio Riverwalk. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. It's the Battle of the Alamo here in San Antonio as the Dallas Mavericks come in here in hopes of making a statement. Everyone on this team is pleased with the beginning of the season. They're playing so well right now, 5 consecutive wins.
Checking out Dallas and looking at where they are, they've looked really strong here in the early going. They seem like they've come together really nicely as a group, and you can see the confidence with this team.
Yeah, and the league's taking notice. I mean, they're more than capable of beating any club in the league right now.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. The forwards are Parsons and Dirk. Jameer Nelson is out there with Ellis, and it's Chandler in at the center. That's good. Well, Tony Parker, an excellent scorer. Creative finisher, certainly inside with a smooth pull-up jump shot from mid-range. Steve, when he gets in the lane, he is dynamite.
And he draws fouls at a very high rate for a point guard. He's so good at initiating contact and then forcing the officials to make a call. And what that does, it gets you free points. It also allows you to set up your defense at the other end.
Now here's Nowitzki. Out to Nelson. Nowitzki right side. Nobody near Parsons. And the three off target. On defense, Dallas, defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Outside Leonard. Kicks it to Bonner. Shot clock at 6. Fires it up. No good off the back of the rim.
And Parker really is great from mid-range and in. His three-point shooting a little bit more inconsistent. Some seasons he's shot in the high 30s from out there. Others it's only been in the 20s. But it may be a shot he turns to as he loses some of that elite, elusive quickness.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
And as much as we talk about Parker offensively, he's also a solid defender. Never one to gamble for steals, but considering his offensive load, he remains steady at the other end of the floor.
Last game for the Spurs. They want to turn it around after the loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Duncan with the bucket.
Unselfish basketball on the interior. I love that, and you got to think the coaching staff does too.
Nelson kicks to Parsons. Now Chandler inside, and it is flushed down with a nice jam. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess. Huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
Now here's Duncan, averaging 14 points a game. Ginobili dishes to Leonard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
Yeah, I thought their defense in that game was about as shaky as it could be. At home, that kind of defense isn't going to cut it. Never mind if you're on the road.
They really look tired to me, and I don't know if they had travel issues or if they were out too late, but something was amiss because they had no energy. A lot of things go into a team being successful, but one key is being efficient offensively, and the Mavericks were one of the more efficient teams in the league because they understood where their best shots came from and usually took those shots.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Parker against Nelson. Parsons outside. Back to Nelson. Looks for Nowitzki. Gets it to him. Clock at 6. And he gets it to go.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Spurs trail by 4. Parker left side. Feeds it to Duncan. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, it's absolutely incredible when you look at Tim Duncan and see the impact he continues to have on games at his current age. I mean, he looks much as he did early in his career. His game has really withstood the test of time, and I think it's partly due to his conditioning, but his IQ is a big factor, and his game has always been one that's been anchored in fundamentals and staying close to the ground.
Here's Parsons following the basket by Tim Duncan. Ellis goes in. Ball's knocked loose. In transition, here come the Spurs. Ginobili gets a wide open look, and that one comes up a bit short. And at 38 years of age, Tim Duncan still going strong, guys.
Timeless. I mean, his dedication to diet and fitness, his flexibility, it's enabled him to remain in peak form. Maybe he doesn't move quite as quickly as he did 6-8 years ago, but he's shooting the ball better than ever. Footwork and his fundamental game obviously has always been there. So just an amazing late season, late career run for him. Jameer Nelson, a stocky 6-foot guard, now in his 11th season out of St. Joe's. College Player of the Year his senior season.
The Spurs making a switch here. Diaw's checked in. And Clark Nelson on the shorter side for a point guard, but very solidly built.
Compactly so, and a really good competitor, smart, tough point guard. The size is a disadvantage defensively, but has been a good jump shooter and floor general throughout his career.
Ellis outside. The dish to Nowitzki. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. San Antonio leading. Parker outside. Ginobili outside. Back to Parker. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. 6 points for Tony Parker.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
And the basket by Ginobili. Ginobili's got his first 2 points of the night.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Parker against Nelson. Kicks it out to Ginobili. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Manu Ginobili has always been one of my favorite guys to watch as an elite shooting guard on the court. I mean, the issue with him has been health. You know, last season he missed about a month with a tweaked hamstring, right as the Spurs went on their rodeo road trip.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Baines is checked in, and it's Green in for Kawhi Leonard. Now here's Jefferson. To the wing on the left, and Harris wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. San Antonio leading by 3. To the paint, here's Joseph. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
And the wide open shot from Green. Hands it from downtown. And now an 8-point San Antonio lead.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
A nice shot by Barea.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now here's Joseph, guarded by Harris. Mavericks trailed by 5. Here's Barea. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs.
Even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long this team has been ruling the roost in the West, contending for championship.
And both free throws good for Green. Dallas has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Harris outside. 12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. He dishes it to Wright. Diaw with the steal. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, Clark and Steve. What have they been doing or not doing?
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, Corey Joseph is out there with Bellinelli. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Duncan, and it's Green in at the small forward. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. When the Spurs first acquired Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan was less than impressed. He said his shot was errant and, quote, he had a lot of work to do. But 3 years later, Duncan definitely a believer. He said, I'm honored to be on this team because he's going to be great for years to come. And I'm going to hold on as long as I can. Guys?
He's improved every season, Doris. Thanks.
J.J. Barea, quick scoring guard, great attacking off of pick and rolls. And for his size, I'll tell you what, he has an impressive ability to finish around the rim.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Daniel Green. And Dallas also making a switch. Parsons is checked in. And Joseph kicks to Bellinelli. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. And for Barea, at just 6 feet, a scrappy defender, Clark. He plays in close, and he's a master of drawing charges.
Yeah, you know, the league actually cracked down on him a little bit. One of the players singled out for flopping, and that's mitigated one of his best defensive weapons.
The Spurs making a switch here. Parker's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Wright. Nowitzki comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Ellison for J.J. Barea. Here's Parker after Devin Harris's score. In low to Duncan. And stolen by Nowitzki. Ellis kicks to Harris. Harris missing again.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That's his first foul. Spurs making a switch here. Honors checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Nelson's checked in for Devin Harris. And it's slammed in by Ellis.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Nelson, the pass to Ellis. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Back to Nelson. Lock at 6. Nowitzki inside. It's stolen by Duncan. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Oh!
How about that basketball, man? Wow. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
San Antonio leading by 3. Parker kicks to Bellinelli. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Baseline jumper. Another one falls for San Antonio.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
It's Ellis on the wing. Here's Nowitzki. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Nowitzki's got 5 now.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now here's Parker. He's got 8. That drops. 10 points for him.
Well, Dallas coach Rick Carlisle has demonstrated his versatility throughout his coaching stops in Detroit, Indiana, and Dallas. Not really assistant coach. He adapts to the talent that he has on each individual team and goes accordingly.
Manu Ginobili is just in for Bellinelli. Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. The Mavericks 4th.
And, you know, contrary to what we see from other teams, this team really has no interest in playing selfishly. I mean, their assist numbers show what a cohesive unit they are.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Nelson kicks to Nowitzki. And there's the rejection. Leonard on the wing. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Chandler, no good. And Carlisle presiding over a more half-court, station-to-station style of play in Detroit and Indiana. He's embraced a more up-tempo style, it seems, in Dallas.
Yeah, and he's got an offensively gifted team with the Mavs, and he's always been an innovator using zone defenses to hide weaker defenders and to keep opponents off balance. And again, another example of how the outstanding coaches don't stand pat. They're always learning, growing, and adjusting to give their teams the best chance to win.
Good thought. Mavericks trailed by 9. Nobody near Parsons. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Spurs have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Leonard dishes to Bonnie. Back to Leonard. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
And a moment here now to check out some of the numbers for Dirk Nowitzki. He's averaging 19 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been at his most dynamic, no question about it. Almost impossible to handle.
Yeah, I agree. Not the guy you want to have to go up against right now. I mean, who knows when he'll cool off. These runs of his can last a while.
For Dallas, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Dallas again missing.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now here's Ginobili. Tries from 10. Good on the jump shot. Ginobili's got his second bucket tonight.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, Coach Greg Popovich, the reigning coach of the year, a big part of his approach is empowering players. He says, quote, it's a player's game, and they've got to take charge. Rather than try to manipulate them, he said, it's a great feeling when players get together and do things as a group. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
You know, giving his players room to lead and allowing them to take ownership, I mean, I think that's part of the genius of Popovich.
Now here's Nowitzki, following the miss by Tony Parker.
Dirk Nowitzki last season back in the All-Star game is 12th in 13 seasons. As he left the knee troubles of 2 seasons ago in the rearview mirror. He's in top form once again.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Back to Nelson. 6 on the shot clock. Now the pass to Ellis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Tim Duncan picks one up. Jameer Nelson drafted 20th back in 2004. He's played all 10 of his NBA seasons with the Magic. But as they go young, he has moved on. All-Star back in 2009. Clark just a solid veteran leader at the point guard position. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Baines is checked in. Diaw comes in for Tim Duncan. Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Joseph in for Parker. Pulls up. Rebounded by Jameer Nelson.
Well, I think they've lost their aggressiveness a little bit. They're not getting fouled and going to the line.
Well, you know, that's an excellent point you make there, Steve, but we got to be careful not to nitpick here. I mean, they do still have the lead, and that's an advantage they'd be wise to continue to press forward on. And you talk about that All-Star campaign for Nelson in 09. Almost had a 50-40-90 season. He missed it by a percentage point in free throw shooting. It shows his shooting touch, especially in his younger days, was elite.
Here's Baines. Green. And the shot is good. Green's got 7 points.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's their 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
J.J. Barea's checked in for Nelson.
It's still early on in this new basketball season for San Antonio, and here's where they sit in the NBA rankings. 3rd in opponent offense, 7th in opponent field goal percentage. And they're in the top 10 in rebounding. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
Yeah, Clark, of all the things you just mentioned, to me, I love the opponent's points per game because that's an indication of how hard a team is playing and how smart. And I think this team has shown great balance this season.
And Nelson's shooting has waned as he's entered his 30s. Leg injuries, Steve, have hampered his play.
Yeah, the full-time starter since his 3rd season, probably transitioning to a reserve role as he gets older, but he remains a great locker room guy, a true professional. And it wouldn't surprise me to see him coaching, in fact, once he's done as a player.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harris misses.
All game long, guys, he's been getting it done. Really doing a nice job rebounding.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, they've had a major advantage on the glass, dominating that stack.
Well, they're winning the speed game, guys, getting out in transition.
Boy, I like the energy they play with offensively, and in the open court, tremendous flow. He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that 2nd foul. As long as he can avoid a 3rd before the half, I think he's fine.
And Harris drops them both. Joseph with the ball, averaging 8 points a game. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. And Joseph kicks to Ginobili. The shot no good. And so we wrap up the first.
Tony, you guys have seemed to be in a good groove lately. Taking a broader look at the season, what's important for this team to have success this year?
To stay healthy. I like our chances this year. Our young guys got a lot of experience, and we play good basketball right now, so hopefully we can stay healthy and play good at the end of the season.
Tony, thank you as always. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the 3rd quarter. As we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen.
What a game for Tony Parker. He has 14 points and 5 assists. Really dominating this game, just taking it over.
Just making it look effortless as well.
Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
On the floor for Dallas, Dirk and Chandler up front. Monte is the 2 with Parsons playing the small forward. And it's Nelson in at the 1 spot. And the lead is down inside single digits. Nelson's got 5 points now this quarter.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Now here's Parker. And he gets it to go. Parker's got 16 points. Popovich in the top 5 in coaching win percentage all time.
And he's likely to remain in that lofty company. Kevin, he said he plans to follow Tim Duncan into retirement. Not a bad plan. They pretty much came in together, so might as well go out together.
Here's Parsons. following the score by Tony Parker. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and he gets it to go. And that's now 8 points for Chandler Parsons.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Parker passes to Leonard. Back to Parker. Here's Duncan, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Here's Ginobili, and at last they get one to fall. Ginobili's got 9 points. Dallas calls timeout.
Mavs ownership has made it clear their plans and hopes are that Dirk Nowitzki would remain a Maverick for the remainder of his Hall of Fame career. You look at what he's meant to this team, the 4th most points scored with a single franchise in NBA history. A couple more seasons, and he can move up to 3rd in that category.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
And Steve, you talk about Nowitzki's career with the Mavs, a perennial playoff contender, 2 trips to the finals, and, of course, the 2011 title.
Well, he's been the cornerstone. I mean, not just a great player, but a great teammate as well. Just the way he approaches his work on a daily basis. The influence that he's had on that franchise is just remarkable. And the investment that they've made in him and vice versa has pretty much made the Mavericks over the last decade plus. I think he just wants to show us that he's got the whole package. The leaner, definitely part of his arsenal.
Parker dishes to Duncan. Back to Parker. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Chandler's got 5 rebounds tonight.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Parsons outside. And he slams that one down. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points. That sort of epitomized this game, guys. One team going all out, getting rebounds and putbacks, and the other team just dragging.
Nelson kicks to Nowitzki. To the inside. It's tipped. Pass to Leonard. By himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now here's Nowitzki. He has 7. And Parsons kicks to Nelson. Buries it from 3-point range. Nelson's got 8 here in the quarter.
Seems to me as though they've kicked it into another gear here. I love the way they're moving the ball around now. Everybody's touching it, and everybody's ready to pass and catch and shoot.
Ginobili against Ellis. Ginobili kicks to Bonner. Parker left side. Shot clock at 5. Shot from 12. Passes it to Bonner. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Leonard. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Here's Ellis. The shot is off. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. At one point, they led by 16.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Nowitzki outside. Ellis goes in.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now here's Parker. He's got 19. Ginobili with a screen on Nelson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Then for the Mavericks, Wright, he's checked in for Chandler. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Nelson. Here's Bellinelli. He's guarded by Ellis. Now Bellinelli. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And Baines kicks to Bellinelli. No good on the three. Mavericks trailed by 10.
So often what you're able to do on the road defines who you are as a team, and in the Western Conference where you'll finish in that conference. Lucky for Dallas, they were a very strong road team.
1:53 left to play in the third. And here is Joseph. Pass to Green. Drops one in from the wing. Green's got 9.
Well, he can squeeze himself into the box score every now and then.
Harris passes to Nowitzki. Unloads from 9, and he hits the jump shot. 11 points in the game.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Diaw can't hit.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
And Ellis throws it down.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Nothing extravagant about it, but there didn't need to be.
Now, here's Joseph. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, what can you say about the Spurs at home? I mean, they've been dominant here for so long. It's a shock whenever they lose at home.
Matt Bonner, he's checked in for San Antonio. Dallas also making some changes. Jay Crowder's checked in for Nowitzki. Jefferson comes in for Chandler Parsons. And Barea subbed in for Ellis. And Harris wide open. He shoots off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Spurs were dominant at home once again, as you mentioned, guys. 32 wins for them, Steve, and they shot great, absolutely great in this building.
Well, you don't win 50 games for 15 straight years, Kevin, without being dominant at home, and that's what the Spurs have done. So they just get the job done. I mean, they're tough to beat here in San Antonio, and obviously a wonderful shooting ball club.
Spurs leading by 7. Here's Joseph. He has 6. He feeds it to Green. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. The free throw drops for Green.
Shooting for San Antonio.
Both free throws good from Green. 9 seconds left to play here in the third. Dishes it to Jefferson. Off target with his 3. From mid-court, no luck. Moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This was such a pretty pass, Kevin. Beautiful assist, and of course it turned into the easy basket, but just a gorgeous play there.
They got Ginobili dunking out there with Bonner. Then there's Parker, and it's Leonard in at the 2. That's the San Antonio 5. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. Parsons sets a screen for Ellis. Nowitzki inside. Duncan is there. And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
Clearly he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
Parker against Nelson. Parker up top. Outside Leonard. It's Ginobili on the wing. Out to Duncan. 6 to shoot. It's Parker outside. They get the rebound. Ginobili outside. Goes up again. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. And it's Parker in the corner and stolen by Parsons. Ellis wide open. Second shot opportunity. Takes it out to Parsons. The three-pointer off the mark. Spurs leading by 7. And it's Ginobili with the finish. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Dallas again missing.
An easy look there, but, he misses those once in a while.
Nelson with it. He's picked up by Parker. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Ellis can't get that one to fall either.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Kawhi Leonard has been talked about and mentioned as the future of this San Antonio Spurs team. 23 years old is all he is, and already a great defender and a much improved shooter from his days at San Diego State.
Nelson against Parker. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Shoots from 14. Tyson Chandler pulls it in.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
When the size advantage is that pronounced, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Now here's Parker. Ginobili outside. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Mavericks trailed by 11. Nowitzki outside.
And he has picked it up here in the second half, really lighting it up now.
Here's Parker. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Leonard attacking, and that one is hammered home.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Here's Ellis. And he gets it to go.
Just one bucket for him here in the fourth quarter. I mean, his touch just hasn't been there.
And Antonio calls timeout. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push.
And refocus, Kevin. You got to take care of your body, and I think we ought to drink some Gatorade here, too. I thought I noticed some slip-ups here the last couple minutes from your end on the play-by-play.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Now here's Ellis, following the miss by Tony Parker.
He's got to contribute. He's got to produce if his team's going to get back in it in this quarter.
Leonard attacking the feed to Duncan. And he bangs it home with one hand.
That's a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Bringing it down hard. Nowitzki. Good. And a nice assist from Nelson. 22 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Parker against Nelson. Parker up top. Leonard sets a screen for Parker. Inside. And Leonard gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 12.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
The Mavericks have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Nelson dishes to Nowitzki. And Bonner pulls it down. Bonner's got his third rebound on the night. Here's Leonard.
What a throwdown. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
Nobody near Parsons. Dallas again missing.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
And the dunk by Duncan.
Oh, man, they are just putting a hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively, it has all been working for him today.
Nelson, no one around him. The rebound by the Spurs. Duncan's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Ginobili with the ball. Picked up by Ellis. Leonard attacking. And he goes in for the dunk.
They're getting that lead way up there now. I mean, it should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
Nelson, no one around him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Nelson's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And this is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for the Spurs.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And if you had to pick one player who would maybe take over everyone else in terms of picking up his game, it was, I think, that kind of a night for Tim Duncan. You have to love the way that he was closing out defensive trips. He would always body up and really be physical. That's why he ended up with so many boards.
And the Spurs with possession after the Mavericks pick up 3.
Still a close game here, though. That's surprising considering they're rarely grabbing any rebounds.
And here's Ellis for 3. Good work defensively by Ginobili.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
Looks like he's just trying to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but I don't know about that shot attempt.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's Parker outside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 5-on-3 break. Nowitzki outside from deep three-point range. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Substitution on the court.
And stolen by Wright. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Guys, I'm here with Tony Parker. And Tony, there was an intensity to the way this team played. Were you guys amped up?
We were motivated tonight. You know, today we want
Iago Splitter, answering some of your most asked questions.